Okay guys, low line attacks, second video. Now we're going to look at this structure. We call it in the Jung Fan JKD curriculum, we call it a Juk Tek. And it can be used kind of as offensively and defensively, meaning like I can use it to kind of stomp, right? Or I can use it to just stop someone's kick or something like that, or someone moving forward. And there's a couple variations to this, and I've seen some different sort of applications and different descriptions of it. But what we're essentially doing is, and again, this is range specific. It could be that they maybe, have enough distance there where that as they come forward, you're just able to stop or you're able to attack. Or it could be that you were able to back up and then use that front leg, right? And again, if it's just a disruption, that's good enough. Maybe I just get a quick shot and then I come in with my hands, right? Or again, depending what part of the body, especially if it hit the knee at certain angles, could be very destructive, very combative. The other thing about this is that it's not necessarily, we're not angling the foot and using the edge of the shoe, although you could do that, right? But it's really just more the flat of the foot, and it's really as much of my heel as I can get. And then the other thing about this is that it doesn't necessarily need to be like a completely sideways kick. It can be angled up just a little bit too. One of the things that does is it just kind of adds, or I should say it shortens the leg for the hands, if you will, right? So I don't necessarily need it to be completely sideways. It could be angled up, right, about 45, right? So again, practicing it. Now I'm lucky I have this big 6-foot bag here and it moves. Kind of a perfect tool for training the stop hit, right? The Juk Tek as we call it, because I can practice timing. Now again, that's slow, right? But I can at least practice getting a good structure so that I'm not here and then, losing my base. So with a nice big heavy swinging bag, I can practice stopping it and then continuing on. If you don't have a swinging bag, then anything you've got, you can just practice that structure, right, of getting that position and working that timing. You might even want to practice a back step and then a stop, right? Because again, sometimes that's where it's going to be most utilized, right? So that's defensively especially, right? So I'm backing up, boom, and I just stop, right? Backing up, boom, and stop. I have a funny story as a friend of mine. I'll try to keep it short, but he had a kind of a belligerent, crazy guy coming after him, tried to get him to leave. The guy kept coming, and I guess he just used this technique, and it stunned the guy, right? So all he did was stop him in the shin, and the guy just backed off and left him alone. So hey, sometimes that's all you got to do, right? That's a lucky day. But anyway, so that's we call that Juk Tek, but it just really means it's an intercepting side kick, front leg side kick. And again, it's very range specific, right? So again, I might be backing off and I can just stop, right? But I don't want to sacrifice a good upper body and base position for it, right? So again, if you got a nice swinging bag, this is kind of ideal to practice working on your stop hit. Now the other way we use it then is offensively, of course, right? So this generally requires a little bit of a chamber, meaning I bring the knee up and then pump it like this, right? So here, pop. Again, notice a little lean back, right? And again, it's range specific. So it could be they backed off and then I'm able to attack. Could be I step back and then I'm able to pop it. But again, I want to make it quick. I'm not looking to break concrete bricks or anything like this. I just need a shot to the low line, to the knee, some even just to distract, right? Or if you're lucky like my friend, dissuade, and then they're out of there. They don't like that, what you already did, right? But again, we don't always prepare for that. We prepare to continue on. So from here, right back, I chamber and then pump and then punch it. Okay, so after I punch it, boom, I'm going to bring it down. Okay, right? So again, I want to work on my recovery stance. Now we do stuff, and I really like to play around with the multiple kicks where we kind of keep our foot in the air and things like that. I think that's great for your attributes and great for your balance. But in this case, I just want to get a quick stab with that side kick. Here, and then my hands are back up. Working my left side. Right? Again, heel. Trying to get my heel on the low line target there. Right? And then again too, I'm not trying to, it doesn't need to be completely sideways. It can be up just a little bit, right? So I can throw that into the other kicks we were working before, the quick kicks, boom, if I have the range, right? And then we did the big hammer kick, the big tie kick to the leg, right? Quick, bah, right, if it's appropriate. So there you go, guys. There's a side, what we call Juk Tek, different ways to utilize it. Whatever you got to train on, even if it's just a tree or something, you can practice your range, right? And getting back into a good solid base each time, right? It will help you. Obviously, if you got a partner, even better. What some people do with a partner, which is great, if you have like baseball, shin guards, or anything that can protect the knee and the shin, have your partner kind of throw punches and you practice moving and getting and timing that side kick to the knee and shin area. So, all right guys, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next video.